Hi, my name's Kelly Forbes. I'm a senior mental health practitioner for Newry and District GP Federation, and today I'm going to talk about sleep. If it's been recommended that you look at your sleep, then we also really recommend that you've ruled out any other issues that might be contributing to your sleep. So for instance, if you have an issue with your mood or an existing mental health issue such as depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, then we really recommend that that's what you treat first, because the sleep will be due to that as opposed to something in its own right. And also if you have any physical health issues that maybe need investigated or treated, so things like heartburn, diabetes, cardiovascular illness, issues with a thyroid can cause poor sleep. And then if there's any other sleep issues like sleep apnea, we know that sleep and mood can really impact each other. So if you have an existing issue with your mood, then we know poor sleep can make that worse. And the other way around as well. So if perhaps your mood and your mental health are fine, but your sleep starts to become poor, then that kind of tiredness the next day, or that level of irritability or anxiousness, that can then be a real vulnerability to you then having other problems with your mood. So it's absolutely worth addressing sleep. So I guess a little bit more about the stages of sleep. So we used to think of sleep as a period of absolute total inactivity, but we now know there are changes that occur in the body and the mind during sleep. And sleep is divided into, I guess, two main phases: REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, and then the non-REM sleep. Phase 1 to 4 is non-REM sleep, and then the phase 5 is the REM sleep. Phase 1 is known as a very light sleep, so slow eye movements and some muscle activity. The breathing and the pulse are becoming more even and they're starting to slow down. You might get some vivid images, but these aren't quite dreams yet, and this is that phase where you might get that falling sensation. If you are awakened at this stage, you will probably deny that you ever slept. Phase 2, this is where the eye movements stop, the brain waves begin to slow right down and the body begins to slow down. So we're asleep but not yet deeply, and there is still some muscle twitching that goes on. Phases 3 and 4, this is a deep sleep from which people do not easily awaken. So there's little eye movement or muscle activity and the slow brain waves. We know that this stage is really important for the body's restoration and repair. And then we have stage 5, the REM sleep, rapid eye movement. So this phase is quite contradictory because the brain activity that's happening is actually the same as when we're awake, but all the other muscle movements in the body cease. So this REM sleep is kind of now described as the brain's me time. The brain at this stage isn't coordinating like your arms and legs and the movement. It's kind of the brain's time to sort through memories from the day. So it's sorting things into short-term memory, long-term memory. It's sorting out things that need to be discarded. It's discarding anything from the brain that's like byproducts or waste, toxins. It's kind of flushing all of that out. And this is the time when the dreams occur. So each kind of sleep cycle can last around 20 minutes, and the average person has about 4 or 5 complete sleep cycles per night. So the normal length of sleep really varies from person to person. Some people need 9, others are fine with 5. If you feel rested and you can function well during the day, then you're absolutely getting enough sleep. We also know that sleep changes with age. So as you get older, you will need less time in the deeper stages of sleep. Might be that you spend more time awake and you might take you longer to fall asleep and perhaps awaking more frequently. So absolutely, it does change through our lifespan.